Hi, this is chat time. This is Shirley from Shirley's World vlog. I'm here every Thursday evening at 7 o'clock to do a live chat and tell you what I've been doing the rest of the week. Since I haven't managed to put a recorded video on this week so far. I've had some ideas, but I haven't done anything about it. Yeah. It said that somebody's here, so I think somebody's here. We've had a lot of snow. Hi, Bumblebee. Yes, we've had snow here, so Samantha has been unable to get here. She's coming tomorrow, no matter what, to clean, just to clean. I wanted her to come Wednesday, but it was snowing like crazy because I wanted to go to the store. But today was Sunday, sunny, not Sunday. Today was sunny. It was still really cold, but I went out and I went to a few stores, got a couple things that I needed, and walked around in the Dollar Tree just for fun. I did manage to get $10 worth of things. Hi, Nadine. I have to tell you about my January no spend month. Now, I have had a couple oopsies. Yeah, not too bad though. The worst one was really on Amazon. However, I did have a gift card to use. So I wanted to use up my gift card that I got for Christmas from my sister. So most of it was used up by that, but there was some left over. And like today, I got a couple things at the Dollar Tree that amounted to like $10, which I really didn't need any of them. Those are the things I'm supposed to not be doing. One of the Amazon things was a business expense, though, so I don't think I'll count those. Yeah, it's like the idea I have coming up on my YouTube videos. I needed this thing to do it. So, yeah. So I needed a way to get my camera to look directly down. I did try to use my tripods, and I could not get them situated where it wasn't showing the tripod legs. So it wasn't going to work. If I put the tripod like really high, it would be way above the table, and I'd have to adjust the film, not the film, the camera way up there. It just wasn't logical to do that. So I did get it's like a boom arm that screws onto the end of the table or desk or whatever, and you can move it. And you can have it up here. You don't see any of that. So we'll see how it works. Yeah. Oh, the Dollar Tree, it wasn't much. I went in to buy cards because I have 3 birthdays coming up in the next couple months. And I wanted to get my cards there because there is no way I'm going to spend $5 and $6 for a greeting card anymore. They're just ridiculous prices. So you can get a card they're going to throw away anyway. I don't think anybody saves their greeting cards for more than a week. So, you can get them at the Dollar Tree. Some of them are $1, but most of them are 2 for $1, like 50 cents a piece. And they're decent cards, you know. So I went in there to do that, and then I went back and I looked to see if they had any stickers. I like to buy stickers, which I don't need. And I bought I did buy I was running out of paper clips. I did buy a whole bunch of these, these little colored paper clips. So I bought a package of that as $1.25. I don't know how many things you have to buy to end up to be $10, but that's how many I bought. Um, what else did I get? Oh, I finally found in the freezer section, they did have the frozen peppers. They're all cut up, frozen peppers. I don't know if it's peppers and onions or just peppers. But every time I've gone in there, they haven't had them. A lot of people buy those. Uh, they're really easy to dump into things. So I did get that. And I should have brought my receipt out here. Wasn't anything exciting. I was going to get a jar, one of those coin jars, like I gave my daughter for Christmas. It has a top screw on top, and then it has a battery in it where every coin you put in it keeps track of the amount. It is sort of a bother to put coins in one by one. I just have a big glass mason jar with a top. I just dump my coins in there. When I come home from the store, I dump all the coins into the jar. Mine is like 3/4 full. It's a big quart. I think it's a quart, whatever that size is. I need to take it and get money for it. I mean, paper money, because I want to start for 2025. I didn't fill the jar in 24. Evidently, I didn't put all my coins in there. It would be filled by now. Cindy says, I used to buy a single slice of lemon meringue pie from the Dollar Tree, but I don't think they carry. I didn't see that. I used to see that too in there. I'm not sure if it was the Dollar Tree or Dollar General where I saw that, though. Was it the Dollar Tree? I didn't see anything like that today. But I remember seeing that too, because I've been tempted. I love lemon meringue pie. I've been tempted to get that too, but I'm not sure if it was Dollar Tree or not. I do go into Dollar General more because of where they're situated. The real reason I went out today was I had to buy suet. I was out of suet for the birdies outside. I was feeling so guilty. All the little woodpeckers that like to hang on the suet feeder. I have a double-sided one, and they're there all the time, all the birds. And it's really good to put suet out in the winter. Gives them energy, keeps them warmer. So I went out and filled my feeders today, but I had no suet. So that's what I went to Tractor Supply. In fact, the things I bought at Tractor Supply were all to do with feeding the birds. The Tractor Supply things that I buy there all go on their card, and then I pay it off at the end of each month. So it doesn't come out of my cash envelope in my purse. Yeah. I enjoy watching the birds a lot in the wintertime. The squirrel. I was also out of peanuts for the squirrel. I have that huge tree outside my back door, and there's lots of squirrels living there, little red squirrels and chipmunks. but the little red squirrels. And I have been putting unsalted shell peanuts in the shell out there, just throwing them under the tree. And sh they must have gotten used to it because when I came home from the store, one was scolding me like crazy. So luckily I'd bought the peanuts, so I threw them a handful. Yeah, but I can see that tree and they come right on the deck when I throw the peanuts out. They sunk down into the snow, but I assume they can dig down there and get the peanut. Well, yes, when was it? It wasn't today. It was a couple days ago. I went out to make sure my car was starting, and I turned it on, and it made this horrible noise when the fan came on. So the chipmunks have been in my car again, and this time they're in the fan of the heater. You know, so today I turned on the fan just to make sure, and you know what the sound is? It's the sound of nuts. When the fan starts, you can tell it's trying to there's a whole bunch of nuts in there. So I already have an appointment to go to Honda. Another expense that the chipmunks are. Chipmunks and squirrel, well, probably just chipmunks are doing this. So that's not good. I asked the guy at Honda, I said, if I bring a bottle of peppermint spray, peppermint, you put you get a regular bottle, spray bottle, not a teensy one, like this size of a bottle, and you fill it with water and you get the peppermint oil. You put about 20 drops of oil, peppermint oil, in there. Shake it up real good. And there's certain places you spray in the engine, but you can't spray like on any electrical stuff. So I don't know anything about the engine of a car. I don't even know how to open my hood. So I asked them, if I bring a bottle of peppermint spray, will you spray? Because I know, the chipmunks are getting in there. I said, will you spray around to where they can get in? Because they hate the smell of peppermint. And he said, yeah, they do that for me. So you have to remember to take that peppermint spray. Yeah, this happened in my other Honda too that I had before. This one, I had a big CRV. This is an HRV. It's a smaller one. But the big CRV, he used to bring, I think I had to go in 3 or 4 different times about things in the fan. And they'd eat the lining and they'd fill different areas with nuts, and he'd bring out the container to show me how many nuts and what kind they were. They were mostly, of course, acorns, but there were a few black walnuts, because I have black walnuts, acorns, and buckeyes in my yard. A lot of nut trees. So, yeah. So I don't know. I have to take that electrical thing that you plug in the wall. I still haven't taken that out there into the garage. There is a plug-in. There is a plug right sort of next to the car. So that's where I'm going to plug it. I'll have to take it from my basement because I don't have an extra one. I have one on every floor. upstairs and this floor and one in the basement. So I'm going to take the one from the basement out there because it's still working. Whenever you burn cookies, the squirrels get them. Yeah. Uh, well, when I ran out of the suet, I thought, well, I'll just make my own because there's several recipes online. But the things that you have, I don't have any extra oil that I don't cook a lot of meat that's oily. I don't usually eat beef and I don't eat, hardly any bacon ever. So I don't have any oil. So you can use coconut oil, which is expensive because I do have coconut oil, but it's cold pressed and it's organic and it's expensive. You can use like half coconut oil and half peanut butter and then put, seeds and stuff in there. But it would cost me more to make my own than it would be just to buy the suet cakes at Tractor Supply. So I didn't think that was such a great idea. Yeah. I don't know if I told you this the other night or the other day, Sunday, but last week my whole bird feeder was knocked down to the ground and my bird bath was knocked over. With the next couple nights, my dog was having a fit in here, and it's because there were deer outside and they were closer than they usually come. So I'm thinking it's the deer. It could be raccoons, but I don't think they'd knock that whole bird bath over. I think it was the deer. What I should have done is buy some corn, dried corn, and I should have put corn way back in the back of the property to keep the deer back there. Because I don't want them coming up close to the house and eating out of my bird feeders. Yeah. Because if I'd accidentally let the dog out when the deer was in the yard, that could be really dangerous. Now at night I keep her on a rope, but deers can get nasty at certain times of the year. I don't know if that's this time. This is the time or not. I don't think so because I think it's hunting season. Ryland Farm, her husband hunts. Now, of course, it's different in every state. So she lives in Louisiana, so it would be different down there. I don't know when hunting season is. My husband never hunted deer. He only hunted things with the bird dogs, which are quail and pheasant. That's what he hunted. And since there's quail here in Ohio, but there's no pheasants left in Ohio. So he would take a trip with his fellow hunters way out to Nebraska, I think it was. Is that where they went? Someplace way out there, way out west of here. I think was it Nebraska? I think Nebraska. And that was with his first hunting dog, Rocky, my very first pointer. Got to go hunting, real pheasant hunting. But yeah. The only pheasant hunting we did around here is usually in some sort of a contest. And they released pheasants, which Now they can get away, you know, but then you release the dog, your hunting dogs. I don't, I'm surprised I did that because I would work the dogs. I would work my dog, and they would do the hunting of the pheasant. Now, to think of that, that's hardly fair. Uh, yeah. When they went hunting on their own here in Ohio, I think there was just quail here. So I don't like any kind of hunting at all, personally. Uh, so what's everybody been doing? I think if I want to do sort of a budget video and show my budgeting, but they usually do it on a table, and that's why I need this point, to have the camera above me to point down. And it just shows your hands. Well, my hands are horribly ugly. I can cover up a lot of my hands with something, but I have no nails. So I may just go and buy some press on nails and see how that works. I used to have my nails done a long time ago. This is when I was in my 30s. I'm 82 now. Long time ago. My daughter and we used to go and get our nails done, the whole gel thing. But I would never do that again. It's very bad for your nails. But the press on nails, I might, you're pleasantly surprised. Working from home due to the government holiday today. To take the train to work tomorrow. Oh dear. You take the train to work. Cindy, where do you live? That sounds like Chicago or New York. eBay it always starts out good at the beginning of the week and then it just sort of dies. I sold something today, but the past couple days I haven't sold anything. So it's still just sort of poopy. Oh, West Virginia to DC. Okay. Yeah. Wow, that's a long trip. Hope you don't have to do that every day. Every day? How long does that take you? That's quite a ways. No, you don't. Okay, good. I always wanted to take a train trip across the country. In a regular sleeper car and everything takes forever. Yeah. Uh, but we never did that. I wouldn't want to do it now, but back when my husband, I don't know, he didn't think that was such a great idea. Why take the train when we could have driven? Was probably his answer. Ah. The only time the only time I've taken a train is back when I was in nurses training. I was in nurses training in Cleveland, Ohio, and I would take the train home to Erie, Pennsylvania. I would have to go all the way down into Cleveland to the terminal, that's where the trains came in. catch the train, get the train right there in the middle of Cleveland in the terminal tower and take it all the way to Erie, Pennsylvania. And they had a little train station too. Yeah, that's how I'd get back and forth to Erie. But I haven't been on a train since that. Long time. About 60 years. Uh, so where else did I go? I went to Aldi to get the couple things I needed. I stayed with my list, which was good. Well, I did buy I did buy a cake. I did buy a cake that wasn't on my list. It's that chocolate cream cake. It's like a round bundt cake. And I had a piece of it already for dessert. And what I do is I cut it up in slices, put it in a sandwich bag and freeze it. So when I get you know, a craving for chocolate cake, I just get one out of the freezer. It doesn't take very long to defrost, and there I have it. So it lasts a long time for me. And I wanted to buy my sprouted bread. Uh, Aldi has wonderful sprouted bread. It's called Knock Your Sprouts Off. That's the name of it. It's so good. And it's really good for you. It's one of the best breads as far as being good for you that you can eat. I just hate white bread, except if I make it. If I make it, it's fine. It tastes altogether different than regular sandwich white bread that's just, it's not good. Uh, when you were kids, Nadine says, when we were kids, we took a trip on a Greyhound from Chicago to California. Oh, wow. That would be kind of uncomfortable, I would say. I wouldn't want to take a train if I didn't have, the full thing with the sleeping thing and everything, and a dining car. Yeah, it was a horrible trip. I bet. Uh, yes, I love Aldi. Yeah, the sprouted bread, they have it. It's called Knock Your Sprouts Off. One of the best breads there. Uh, the other one I like from there is that one of their specialty breads. It's the Italian bread. That's really good too, but it's not as good for you as this one. It took you 5 days. Wow. Yeah. Was it straight? Well, did you stop at night? You went straight? That was 5 days. Where did you sleep? Did you have to sleep sitting up in your chair or leaning back a little bit? Or did they stop different places? They must have stopped, right? Oh, straight through? Oh, how uncomfortable. Yeah, that was not, I wouldn't like to do that. Yeah, I need more room than that. I would be having an anxiety attack. Uh, The stops were never very long. Yikes. Yeah, okay. Besides Aldi and the Tractor Supply store, I told you Dollar Tree, and then I also went to Mark's. And the reason I had to go to Mark's is because if I don't want to go to Walmart, which I don't ever want to go there, I that's the only place I can get my cream of wheat that I eat practically every morning. I eat other things too, but yeah. I also got some waffle mix because I haven't used my baby waffle maker yet. And I figured it's because I just am too lazy to mix up batter to make the waffles. So I just got a box of pancake waffle mix. You can just add water and milk to it, and I just want to see how it works. We slept across the seats. Must not have been very full. Ah, Riri says, I like long distance train travel. You can walk around on the train and talk to people and go to the dining car. Yes, see, that's the kind of trip I would like. Yeah, where they have a dining car and you can, yeah. Yeah, I think that would be fun to do back then. Not now. I don't even hardly like to leave my house. I have to talk myself into, like today, I didn't have anybody to go with, so to go places on my own with snow on the ground and, walking is kind of precarious. And so I had to talk myself into it this morning, but it was nice and sunny. So I thought, well, I have to get out. And after all, I trudged through deep snow to get to the bird feeders to fill the bird feeders every day. So those are the places I went. And yeah. So tomorrow, I think the things I ordered from Amazon when I shouldn't be, I think they all come tomorrow. I just ordered the one big thing, which was that thing for the overhead camera, and a couple other things. But I'm back on, just because you flunk once doesn't mean you just quit. So I'm back on trying not to spend in January. And since Amazon's my big temptation, I've already thought of things I wanted to get. This is after the first oopsie, but I haven't. So Nadine says, no, it wasn't full. We talked to people on the bus. I met a boy from Boys Town. I was 12 and he was your age. Oh. You were just a kid, though. So it probably wouldn't have bothered you as much as if you were an adult going on that long of a trip on a bus. Yeah. I've never been on a Greyhound bus. No. Do they have toilets On the bus, they'd almost have to, right? They must. See, when you get older, that's the kind of things you think about. Ah, yes. Stinky toilets. Yeah, I bet. Uh, oh dear. Uh, who said that somebody said that their eBay was pretty good. Nadine. Yeah, nothing's picking up. Bumblebee, I have a question. When you told me to take all the words women out of my Poshmark title, I assume you also mean to take the word men out of their titles too? Out of the title? Because that's what I've been doing. I sit here and I do like 20 at a time. There's no easy way. Like you can go on eBay and do batches of things, added batches, but I don't think there's any easy way to do it on Poshmark. Nadine says, I had to be the adult. My sister was 14. My brothers were 5 and 7. Yeah. Mm. Well, at least you had people with you, your family with you that you knew. So, Bumblebee, I've been taking taking the word women and men's whatever out, and I've been putting the size at the end. I've been going through every listing, and if I see something else that I think I can make it better, but I'm not talented like you, Bumblebee, and I don't know my keyword. I don't have good keywords in my head. I changed the tan J to like you said to list it. Did that. And another thing, this is going through my whole inventory on Poshmark. I did find a couple things that I was sure that I had sold. Now I was right about a couple things, and then I deleted them, but I was wrong about a couple things too. So it was just that you look at things. If you look at things enough, you think you probably sold it, but I hadn't sold it. So it was still there. But I can't, every single thing that I do, I can't jump up out of my chair and go try to find it. That would make this way too hard of a job. And I'd probably quit doing it. Mm. Bus rides are hard. They make a lot of stops to pick up people. Give me the train or a plane. Yeah, I'll take the train, but I won't fly anymore. I haven't flown since 9/11. That's just me. I never was a good flyer. I think the only time I enjoyed flying was the first couple times that I traveled. It was went with my girlfriends. We took my first trip anywhere. We went to the Bahamas a couple times. It wasn't we flew all the way to Puerto Rico. My husband and a group, we flew down there to get on a cruise ship. I wasn't afraid to fly then. It was just after we were on a plane coming back from Florida, because we would fly to Florida every year. And coming back from Florida, and all of a sudden we were landing. I think I told you this once before. We were landing in Cleveland, and all of a sudden, I mean, we could see the ground. The runway was there. All of a sudden, the plane took off straight up in the air. And the couple that was with us, he's a pilot, not a big airline pilot. He has his own Cessna plane. And he looks back, like he looks around the seat, and he says to Jack, "That wasn't good." From then on, that was it for me. I don't know. It had to be a close call of some kind on the ground. Yeah. You find the word career helps a lot for women's clothes. You know, that's funny you say that, because that one listing that Bumblebee did showed me how to do it. It had that word in it. Yeah. If things are career. Your husband, Riri says her husband won't fly anymore after we went to Hawaii, 22 hours straight from Chicago. No. Yeah. It's rough. It's probably why I never ever went to, Britain. Never saw England. Yeah. Now, we still flew after I was scared to death to fly. We drove a couple times. I made my husband drive, but most of the time, we flew, and I wasn't happy. I hated it. But it's fast. I don't know. I'm just a homebody anymore. And I'm afraid that now, the more I stay home and the more I don't like to go out by myself, the more you get to be, you get to, go out. You get to stay home when you could be going out more. It's more though, my back is so painful when I go for any amount of time. Like, I would like to go thrifting. Oh, bye, Nadine. Bye. You have to call your sister. We talk every night. I talked to my sister a couple nights ago. Bye. Yeah, I'd like to go thrifting, but the weather has been so bad. I won't drive in the snow. If the roads are covered, I won't drive in the snow. So, I want to think. I'm sorry, I'm looking out the window because I saw a car stopping up up the road a little bit, but I think it's the one across the street. They have a gate. I think he probably was picking something up or before he went down the drive. The driveway, those houses across the street, the drives are so long that you can't even see the houses. They're so far back, but yeah. He has a gate and they have a box for packages, a big box, like they must order from Amazon too. And of course their postal boxes are out there. So anyway, yeah, I'm supposed to get my Amazon deliveries tomorrow. So that would be a fun day for me. I could do a video on opening up what I got from Amazon. I've been watching a thrifter on YouTube, and she's not a reseller. The name of it is Elizabeth from the Maple Home. Elizabeth from the Maple Home. And what she does is she thrifts stuff for her house. She must have a big house, but she thrifts sort of stuff like I like too. Not primitive, but vintage and antique type things and just things that I would pick up too. And then you see her thrifting, picking up things, going all around Goodwill and the stores. And then the last part of the video is what she does with the things. Sometimes she'll paint things or she'll make something else out of it. She shows that, or she just shows where she's going to place it in her house. And it looks so nice. See, if I wasn't a reseller and I had my house back to like it used to be, nice, I could do that. I could go thrifting just for myself. And then I could, put things, decorate. Oh, 11 hours. Yeah. I thought 22 hours, that's an awful long time to get to Hawaii. Even my mother went to Hawaii twice. She had never flown in her whole life. She was scared to death, she thought, of flying. So the first trip they took was to Hawaii. And then they went back again for a second time a few years later. Riri says, "You're old." Not as old as me. Yeah. Well, I have to get back to decluttering. I've sort of stopped doing that for a while. I did real good the first couple months I was doing it. I still have the schedule on my refrigerator to follow. Every day you do another area. And I can go back to doing that. But I have to go back to doing decluttering. It's hard because I can't declutter this stuff. I have to just declutter the parts of my house I actually live in. So that's about all I had for you today. I may think about just doing a real quick video tomorrow when I open the things I get from Amazon, if they come soon enough. Now, they can come anywhere from, there's some place, there, it says they're going to come someplace before 9 o'clock in the evening. So I'm not going to do a video if they come late, but if they come early, I will. All right. I'm going to close for now. I'm glad you all came to visit me tonight. And I will be back on Sunday to show you the few things that I sell during the week. Yes. So good night, everybody. Have a great evening and a great day, rest of the week. Hope the weather's good for you. Nobody here lives in California, right? I just am praying for those people out there. It's just horrible, those fires that are going on. A box opening would be fun. Bumblebee's going to send me a box pretty soon. Yeah. All right, I'll do that. If I can stand to wait, if I can get the things and not open them till everything gets here, if I can stand to do that, I'll do that box opening. So we'll see. So I will see you on the next one. Bye.